call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone teaching real well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp. And what you see here on the screen is all our gold, man. Okay. All this gold juice you're going to see on the screen in this video belongs to the nation of Israel. Alright, but right now, this demon, alright, the so-called Queen of England is hoarding all this. It says an excess of hoarded wealth is the death of many. Alright, so these greedy devils have hoarded all our wealth. And yeah, storing it up, man. Alright. So we're gonna watch this video, doing grasp some scriptures.
In some ways, I think it's quite disappointing seeing these bars, because the gold is an exciting element. It has interesting chemistry, and it's just sitting here doing nothing. It's enormously impressive, but it's a bit sad, rather like a mausoleum where the dead gold is sitting, waiting for people to remember it. Could be doing exciting reactions and so on. We're in the vault, the bullion vault of the Bank of England. I've never seen so much gold. In fact, I've never seen so much of any element. So we're standing here, and each shelf here has got a ton of gold, which is worth £35 million at today's price. Tomorrow it might be worth
35 million pounds, which means 56 million dollars in US dollars, or Slovakia, 42 million dollars, or 45 million dollars, and that's just one shelf. All right, that's just what you see right here, one shelf. All right, and they got a whole, a whole room full of it, man. All right, now I don't know why that guy had that wig on. That's besides the point. All right, but this go to show you that these devils are the wicked, man. Okay, people on the earth starving to death, people dying from different ailments and stuff, and they got enough wealth and money, all right, to actually heal all this, man, to fix all this. But will they do it? Absolutely not, because they are the wicked the Bible speaks of.
even more. It's very secure. We've been through a whole series of security checks. No money is allowed here to make sure we don't take anything out. And so we're both really excited to be here. So the camera may be shaking with Brady's excitement. I've never seen large lumps of gold, and to see it all round is extraordinary. One's first reaction is that it can't possibly be real, because normally you don't see such things. Looks like chocolates in the duty-free at the airport or something like that. But these really are solid gold bars, and it's quite extraordinary. There isn't any smell, because metals don't smell, and it's very quiet because of the thick walls and to keep it secure. The weather's been very cold recently, and I was ready to be shivering, but it's nice and warm. But I suppose gold colour also gives you a feeling of warmth, so it may be partly psychological. The reason why the bank has got this store is because not only the Bank of England, but other central banks like to keep some of their money reserves in gold, because the price of gold is very stable, or the value.
And the reason why that is because actual money, real money, is gold and silver. Okay, that's why I like to do it, because real money is gold and silver. They give you all this monopoly money, all this paper, while they hoard up all the gold. Okay, and that's going to show you that people don't understand this, man, because people are here killing each other, dying, committing sins all over this paper. All right, just fiat, all right, Federal Reserve notes, okay, which is just a debt. All right, in reality, real gold or real money, it's gold and silver, man. Okay, you also can have land, cattle, okay, things of that sort, man. But all this paper people throwing around, okay, even the American dollar is not backed by gold anymore. All right, which means it's just pretty much paper. All right, useless. And what that does is that when they're doing with these stimmies, they're about to drop a whole nother stimmy. All right, and whatever they're doing is they're just printing more money. All right, and they're pushing it into the public, which is going to cause inflation, man, and then soon hyperinflation. So the more money that goes out, the more expensive things get. You got this guy Biden talking about a $15 minimum wage, showing you that was to happen. Hey, man, everything is gonna go up. It's gonna cost $100 for a damn loaf of bread, man, if not more. Okay, and they showed you that over there in Venezuela, where all the money was just laid out. People threw their money out in the streets because it was useless. Okay, you literally need a truckload of money, cash, to go and buy some eggs or a loaf of bread, man. All right. Lucky. That's the devil, man. But yeah, that happens because once the money is not backed by gold, all right, it pretty much has no value. All right, it loses its value, and the American dollar is losing its value every day. Okay.
Value of gold compared to the value of currencies, which can go up and down. And so every country has a certain proportion of its reserves in gold. And if you look at the statistics, the UK at the moment has about 310 tons of gold in its reserves. But there's much more gold here than that, because it belongs to all sorts of people, not just to the Bank of England. This vault is part of a complex of different rooms. I haven't seen the other rooms. But altogether, if you look at the bank's annual report, it's worth £197 billion. That is £197,000 million. And that's quite a serious sum of money. People buy and sell the gold, and each block of gold has its own number, like your car has a registration number. And when people buy and trade the gold, they don't actually take the bar home, but just that number is transferred from the seller's account to the buyer's account. And the gold just sits here quietly. Apparently the oldest bar of gold here has been here since 1916. That's the First World War, nearly 100 years ago. But the beauty of gold as a chemical element is that it's very unreactive. So it looks just the same now as it did in 1916. It hasn't tarnished, it hasn't got oxide layers on the surface, it hasn't started creeping, changing its shape and so on. So come over here, because they've given me two bars that we can look at. So we've got two different bars of gold, which are both the so-called London Good Delivery bars, which means that their weight is in a certain limit range. And in fact, each of them has its precise weight put on them in a rather strange unit called a troy ounce. So this one is 399.100. This one was made in Australia. And this one apparently came from Switzerland and is slightly heavier, 400.075. I must say this one looks much nicer. It's polished more, and this one looks a bit like a loaf of bread, but it's rather a miserable loaf of bread, but a pretty fantastic lump of gold. Now, one of the things you know about gold is that it's really heavy, so I'm going to see whether I can actually lift this with one hand. And I can sort of lift it, but not easily. Two hands is quite easy. So this weighs, each of these in more understandable units, weighs something like 12.4.
And you see how they got all that gold? Look at the bottom picture right here, how it's all stacked up on these shelves. Let me show you what we're going to do with this gold in the kingdom of heaven. All right, it shows you how glorious our kingdom is going to be, because they over there, you know what I'm saying, with their own little kingdom, anything they ain't doing, these devils ain't doing something, man. Wait till they see how we shine. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 21. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl. So you hear that? Pearls, man. Okay. And the street of the city was pure gold. So the street of our cities are going to be pure gold, man. All right. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven. When we get in the kingdom of heaven, hey, man, the streets are going to be pure gold. Now, let me show you just how pure. It says, as it were transparent glass. That means that you can see your reflection in it, man. Imagine walking down the street. Imagine going outside your house and going and stepping foot on the street. Okay, and you can see your reflection in the street. The street is shining. You see how these gold bricks are shining? The street's gonna be shining, man. And they go to show you that we're gonna even have it purer than what they got, man. You're gonna have polished roads with pure, transparent gold, man. Okay, we're gonna have houses made out of diamond and remember name some of these stones in here, man. Amethyst, ginseng, topaz, crystallite, sardonyx, sardius, jasper, sapphire, okay, emerald, okay. All these different jewels, all these different precious stones are going to make up our palaces, man. All right, I saw a video about how the I believe it was the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds. They have palaces worth 500 trillion, man. Okay, 500 trillion. 500 trillion. Going to show you that, hey, what they have on this side is going to be little compared to what we going to have on that side, man, on the kingdom, on our side, on the kingdom of heaven. All right.
Kilos or 28 pounds. So for those of you who use imperial units, that's 2 stone. Each of these is worth about 435,000 pounds. You could buy 2 quite nice houses for a block like this, or for a whole shelf of these, which contains a ton, you could buy 137 of the upmarket Rolls-Royce cars. So take your choice. These blocks are a bit like bricks, and if you took all the gold that had ever been mined and put them together like a construction kit to make a big block, you would end up with a block that was 20 meters cubed. That's 60 feet on each side, which would easily fit, for example, under the legs of the Eiffel Tower. Wouldn't look all that big just as a building on a street. And that's all the gold there ever has been. I did a little calculation on the way here that I weigh about the same as 6 of these bars of gold, which means that if I were worth my weight in gold, I'd be worth a bit over £2.5 million. I was a bit disappointed, thought I might be worth more. In some ways.
So that go to show you, man, these devils, hey, man, they just storing up all our wealth, man. All right? Because all that gold belongs to Israel. It was stolen from us, and that's where all these nations got that gold from, man. Or they sacked our cities and our our villages and took all our gold, man. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. You hear this? I'm going to bring this back. It says, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen. You hear this? The wealth of all the heathen. So this is the Israelites coming to take all the wealth of all these heathens, man. He said it was an Australian brick of gold and a UK brick of gold. Hey, man, this is the wealth of all the heathen. Lucky, bear with me. I had like 2 hours of sleep last night. It says gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. We're gonna have these things in great abundance, man. All right. So we in that time where the Lord is going to, bless His people, man. Scriptures even talk about how when the kingdom of heaven come, our gates are not going to be shut, man. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Found it. This is the book of Isaiah. Ooh. So I'm Isaiah chapter 60. I'm gonna start at verse 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their and as the doves to their windows? Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them. So these other nations are gonna bring their silver and their gold with them, man. All right, they're gonna bring thy sons from far. Meaning they're gonna be bringing. They're gonna go. We in the kingdom of heaven, man. It's gonna be like in Cinderella. I think about the story of Cinderella, where everybody in the village, whenever the prince came to town, everybody in the village was trying to get their daughters to, the most beautiful daughters they had, to go out and marry get all dressed up, so she'll go out and marry the prince, man, so that family can be a part of royalty. Okay, and the sons are going to be servants for Israel, man. It says their silver and their gold with them unto the name of YAHAWAH thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he have glorified thee. So because the Lord is going to glorify his people again, these other nations are going to serve us, man. They're going to bring us all their wealth, all right, the cream of the crop, okay, the best spices, the best jewels, the best everything, man. They're going to bring their women, all right, their mighty men to serve us. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. You hear this? And the sons of strangers, meaning the sons of these heathens, man. Okay, that's why they're gonna bring their sons there, because they're gonna go there to work, man, or for slavery. And they said, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee. So the Lord smote us in his wrath because we was going off worshiping false gods, committing sin, and all types of their different, iniquity. Okay, so he says, in my wrath I smote thee. What were we smote with? With slavery, man. All right, we've been at the bottom. And if you in your right mind, you should be tired of being at the bottom. I know I am. I'm tired of these devils ruling over me. I'm tired of seeing my people bug the hell out of their mind, got demons on them. I'm tired of demons plaguing me and jumping on me, man. If you're in your right mind, you should be pleading and praying to the Lord to get us up out of here faster than ever, because what we about to inherit is going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing of, that this world has ever seen, man. Okay? Which even what you see in the screen, it's gonna be nothing compared to what we are about to inherit, man. Okay. It says, but in my favor my favor have I had mercy on thee. So the Lord is always going to favor and choose his people. He's always going to go. He says, I yet choose Israel. Okay. So no matter what, the Lord's always going to go back to his people, man. But he said he's going to have mercy on us, which means, hey, deliver us up out of this hell, man, and put us back in that righteous, in that righteous order. Chilakia. It says, therefore, thy gates shall be open continually. You know what that means? That means that the gates of our cities are going to be open, and people are going to be constantly bringing in shipments, man. All right, constantly bringing in precious stones and gold and silver and wealth and women and slaves and you name it, man. All right, you name it. It says, and thy gate shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that man may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. You hear this? He says the forces of the Gentiles, man. Meaning, what's the forces of the Gentiles? Hey, man, all their wealth, everything they have to offer, is going to get brought into us, man. Okay? Everything. And the Gentiles is these heathen nations. If you're in a so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native Indian, you are a Gentile. Okay? And you're going to serve the children of Israel. Whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's the reality of it, man. It says, For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. So the nation and kingdom that don't want to serve us, man, if any of these nations don't want to serve us, because let me back it up a little bit. What's going to happen is we're going to put these nations in slavery for 1,000 years, and after that, Esau is going to be exterminated, but all these other nations, they're going to go back into their land, and we're going to rule over them, man. They're going to follow our laws and our customs. All right. Okay. They're going to follow our laws and our customs, man. It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Those nations shall be utterly wasted. So any nation that don't want to serve us, any nation that don't want to get right, they don't want to, get in order to the true men of the Lord through our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, they're going to be utterly wasted, man. And that's what you see now. These nations, they come up against us. They hate us. They disrespect us. Okay. They have no compassion for us. They're disgusted by us, man. Okay. And some of them say, "Oh, well, I'll never be a slave. I ain't never gonna be no slave." Hey, well, guess what? You're gonna perish then, man. When you're born again, when your spirit comes back on earth, you're gonna get an order, man. The Lord is about to establish a new order upon the face of the earth, and it's not Esau's new world order. It's gonna be a righteous order, man. All right, the kingdom of heaven being ruled through the children of Israel. All right. This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl, for your misery shall come upon you. So, hey, look at this demon right here. Look at all these Edomites in here. They don't realize that, hey, man, their miseries are coming, man. They all gonna be in a damn field, man. Okay, they living it up now, but soon they're gonna be in slave fields. Soon they're gonna be in bondage and in hardcore captivity, man. Paying for all the wickedness and atrocities they did to the children of Israel. All right. It says, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. All right, meaning, hey, it's all for naught, man. It's all for naught. Your gold and silver is cankered. Now let's look up that word cankered. Let's grab that in a blue letter. All right. Because when you come into this truth, you got to really understand, all right, and get to understanding these words to understand what's actually going on in these scriptures, man. All right, so we're going to grab this in a blue letter.
Strong's G 2728. Katiao. Katiao.
It says, this is the word for cankered. It means to rust over, cover with rust. To rust down, corrode, cankered. Meaning all this wealth they got right here is gonna be nothing, man. It has no value, man. All right, well, it has value, of course, but it's not going to have any value before the Lord. All right, you're not going to be able to use all this wealth and try to bring it to the Lord in the day of wrath and say and try to buy out the Lord, man. All right, your gold. Let me bring that back. James chapter 5 verse 3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. You hear that? That's the point of that. Ooh. It's a beautiful scripture right here. I'm gonna bring this out too. It's yeah, I'm gonna bring this out too. But we got the point. It says ye have heaped treasures together for the last days, and that's why they got all this treasure heaped up. That's why you see them, walking around in this building with all this gold, man. Look at all that gold, man. If I can get a better image. Look at that, man. Rows and aisles of it, man. Okay, just hey, that's all of ours, man. That right there is all ours, and we're gonna get it back. And that's what the scripture was going into. Let me jump down. James chapter 5 verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. So, hey, that word patience goes into suffering. Are we suffering, man? We catching hell. All right. Hey, getting disrespected. All right. Being hated, mistreated, talked down upon. All these things, man. We supposed to be at the top of the earth. Right now, we at the bottom. We at the bottom, man. Okay. Our own women disrespect us and hate us. Our own brothers are demons. We in that time, man, where hey, the Lord is about to establish His people, man. Okay, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, which is the Israelites, man. That's us. We are the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be also patient, establish your hearts, which means your minds, for the coming of the Lord. For the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. You hear this? For an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. And that's what we're going through. If you in this truth, you in this faith, man, you should feel all of this, man. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, which is a great example for us in this faith. Okay, the Lord took everything from Job, strict him down, and then all of a sudden, hey, he got everything back and then some, man. Ye have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea and your nay be yea, lest ye fall into condemnation. All praises. All praises, man. All praises. Call Allah YAHAWASHI. Call Allah YAHAWASHI, man. Let's grab this right here. Oh, hold up, man. Hold up. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of Yahawah is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahawah, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, which we're talking about Judgment Day, man. All right, it's going to be a hell of a day. A day of wasteness and desolation, because the Most High is coming to destroy more than He's coming to save, man. This world is desperately wicked, man. You ask, majority of people, it's the stuff that they watch, the stuff that they promote, the things that they are part of, man. And when you look at it, hey, us being in this flesh, we still fall short. We ain't perfect, but the whole point is that we want to be perfect, man. We want to get right. We constantly repent to the Lord to have mercy upon us, to forgive us, to continue to deal with us, man. But these other people, these other nations, these 2/3 Jakes, man, that don't want to seek Yahawah, they don't care about the Lord, man. They don't care about righteousness. They rather stay in darkness, man. It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahawah. Their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. So you got these devils right here. Hey man, your gold nor your silver is going to be able to deliver you when the Lord comes, man. All right, nothing's going to be able to save you from the destruction that's coming upon you, people, man. Okay, and rightfully so. All right. I'll bring this back. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, which is talking about America, man. This whole land that we stand on right now, this big rock we standing on right now, is about to be completely obliterated, completely devoured by the fire of his jealousy, which is thermonuclear missiles, man. The Lord is coming to do a marvelous thing to this place, man. It's going to cause everybody to marvel. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So all the people that dwell in the land, people that's in this world, okay, the Lord's going to make a speedy riddance of them, man. Okay, the scripture says that America shall be destroyed in 1 hour. In 1 hour, America is going to be destroyed, man. That should put the fear in you. That should put the fire in you to seek YAHAWASHI more than ever, man. You should be repenting. You should be fasting. You should be praying continually that the Lord have mercy upon you and you be found worthy to be saved from this death and destruction, man. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, teaching real well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and you brothers that scattered abroad. All right, I'm going to say shalom and on to the next one.